Hey y'all, here she is. She's not complete. We did take it out for a 2-day camping trip during the summer though, and all is working fine and almost finished. The entire project was finished in 1.5 rigid insulation, floor, ceiling, walls, and has an R value of 7.5. One of my elderly neighbors that I snow blow their sidewalks for gave me this fantastic fan. Now it needs a lot of cleaning up, but it has a thermostat and multiple speeds and it works perfect. I ended up losing a bunch of my video when I had my bad motorcycle accident, but here you can see it's pretty basic. Comes from the tongue box into the inside cavity, up the side walls. I used this conduit on the bottom, strapped it to the frame there, as you can see, made it watertight. The hatch on this design is pretty basic, but because it was built out of 2x2s, it was fairly flimsy. So if you look around all the sides, I screwed and mastic some 1.5 inch by 1/8 inch flat plate, and now it's extremely rigid and operates just fine. Lead doors, everybody's favorite to make. I kept it fairly simple. As you can see, I just followed the body lines, used the 2x2s to frame it. I did not use steel around the edges like I did the other doors. Instead, I put on the remainder of the aluminum diamond plate that I have, and I really like the look. For the windows, I used a basement window turned sideways. Interior finish, I got a screaming deal on these maple panelings, so I had to swipe them up. You can see the lights on the top are touch lights, and I also put the maple in the galley as well. None of the cabinets are built yet and installed, but that'll be happening soon. Pretty plain but functional interior, nice and clean. Cup holders on both sides of the doors, along as light switches for the exterior porch lights. At the head of the bed and at the foot of the bed, there's a USB voltmeter and cigarette lighter. This steel box in between the tongue box and the cabin was an afterthought. I had all that space. I was wondering what I was going to do with it. So I decided to build this. I made it big enough for standard 16-inch logs. It's about 20 inches tall. Haul firewood in it, which I have already. It works great. It's also a wet box, and I'm happy with how it turned out. And then with the leftover aluminum, I just started bending some decorative and functional pieces. I like how it turned out on the back there. I put a full rock guard front on, put some lower sides on just below the doors to protect that as well, and I'm happy the way it all turned out. Cheers to everybody. Everybody needs a beer after a long night. You can see it's dark in the background. There's that rock guard on the bottom half. Big question is, do you guys think I should powder coat it? One thing I did forget to mention before I put the roof sheeting on, I ripped a 2x2 from 1.5 inches all the way down to 0 from back to front. So when it does rain, all that rainwater will go away from the galley. Thanks for all your patience this far. I will not be keeping this one with the wife, myself, and the dog. It's a little too small, so I'll be building another one. So we'll be selling this one off and starting all over again. A few progress photos showing where we came from.